Hello, my football friends. This is Darren Hayes of pigskindispatch.com. Welcome once again to the Pig Pen, your portal to positive football history. And welcome to another evening where we get to have a guest that's going to be talking about some great football history to preserve the game that we love. And this time it's from an area not too far from me. This is from Eastern Ohio. It's the home of the Cleveland Browns. And we have one of their biggest fans and a collector who has some great Cleveland Browns memorabilia. His name is Ray Prisby. Ray, welcome to the Pig Pen.
Hey, thanks a lot, Darren. Good to be here.
Yeah, Ray, we really appreciate you coming on here. And, I know from being, in the vintage football community, the forum that we both belong to, I've seen quite a bit of your, talking about your displays and some of your collected pieces and artifacts that you have of Cleveland Browns history. And, the listeners can't see it because, this is a podcast, but I'm looking at you on Zoom and I'm seeing all kinds of eye candy behind you that's got, football just gushing all over football history. So we're really excited to talk to you about some Cleveland Browns history tonight.
Absolutely. I'm ready to get it started.
Okay. Well, why don't let's learn a little bit about you. What gets you to the point, what started your football fandom and got you to the point where you're collecting some really unique pieces from Cleveland Browns history?
Darren, in the beginning, I think I was like most kids. I started out collecting football cards, running to the store. Well, in my day, it was a quarter. I can't even imagine what it is now. But in my day, ran to the drugstore, grocery store, popped the pack, and then you just kept on going. So I probably did that for a good 3 years, and then.
Okay, I got to stop you right there. Did you eat the gum or did you throw the gum away? That's a big question.
No, I ate the gum, but the thing about that gum. It only had like a 5-minute window before you had to spit it out because once you got all the sugar and the taste out of it, it felt like you were chewing wax.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder if maybe the cards might have tasted a little bit better than the gum did.
Exactly.
But we didn't buy it for the gum, though, did we?
Nope. We sure didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry. Please continue.
So yeah, I collected probably a good 3-4 years, and then something happened. You become a freshman and you start looking at girls. So you put the cards up, and that's what and I did. I put my cards away, forgot all about them. Graduated from high school, went away to the Air Force, came back from the Air Force after 11 years, and when I came, this is where I jumped back in. So I come back from the Air Force, and my son is going to card shows. I had never heard of a card show. There were no card shows in the late 70s. So I go to this card show, and lo and behold, the first thing that caught my eye was O.J. Simpson rookie cards. And the reason it caught my eye, 1970 was probably the year. I bet you I pulled 20 O.J. Simpson rookie. I don't know if it was a regional thing, but it seemed like every pack, O.J. Simpson. But Darren, check this out. I'm at this card show and I'm looking at the prices of these O.J. Simpson rookie cards, 500, 600. I'm like, holy crap! So I run to the phone booth because we don't have cell phones yet. I go to the phone booth, call up my mom real quick, and to my surprise, she had put them in the back of the closet. So we leave the card show. I go home. As soon as I touched that box and opened up the cards, bam, I was right back in. I was sucked right back in. And so that's probably when I became a serious collector. And that was probably what, 90, I want to say like 90, 91,
okay.
around that time frame. So yeah, and then from that point on, it just, well, see, for me, this is my problem. I know I probably have ADHD and OCD. So if I start collecting one thing, I'm going to collect all of them until I got all of them. Perfect example. If I buy a bobblehead, I got to have every bobblehead that's in the Cleveland Brown collection. So we call it going down the rabbit hole. Once you go down that rabbit hole, you're not coming back up.
Right. Yeah. It's like an addiction. You have you get it in your blood, and you get. I understand it. And
right.
It's you get the bug, and you got that fever. You just got to get more and more and more, and
then wait a minute. they don't make it any better when they have all these auctions, and it's almost like you're in Vegas pulling the rope, the lever on those one-armed bandits. Man, I get, man, the rush that I get on eBay, even to this day, if I get on eBay and I'm waiting and I'm counting the seconds, I'm looking at the clock and I'm looking at the item and I'm looking at the clock, and the next thing you know, and I'm like, it's 15 seconds left. It's too much time on the clock. Oh my God, it's mind-boggling, Darren. It's mind-boggling.
You're jonesing in those last couple seconds.
Oh my gosh! And then when you get it, you're like, yes, yes, I got it. Yes.
You get a big time adrenaline rush. I believe me, I know. I gotcha.
Yeah.
I feel you.
That's exactly.
Yeah, I can remember, it was so simple back into trading cards when you were a kid. You trade with your buddies. Like you said, there's no trade cards. When you're 12, 13 years old, you don't go to any card shows or anything. You're trading with your friends or, some of your duplicates and stuff. You're trying to you're putting them in your spokes, your bicycle.
I was just getting ready to say that if you don't trade them, they end up in your bicycle spokes.
Right. Yeah. But I did too. I went to a card show recently, and I don't collect cards anymore, but I did quite a bit back in the 70s. And I went to a card show, and I'm just walking around because I'm always looking for pieces of memorabilia that maybe have a great story to them that I can talk about in a podcast or write on the website. And I'm walking around looking at some of these cards I had in the 70s. I'm like going, oh my God, this one's $150. This one is like $300. This one, I'm like, holy cow, I was probably sitting on a gold mine. I think my son and my grandsons got them now, and who knows what happened to them. But I didn't realize they were still worth,
Oh, and then not only that, then you add the COVID effect that really pushed the cards all the way through the roof.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it pushed everything through the roof, I think.
Right.
Hey, when toilet paper goes up, everything's gonna go up in price. So,
you're right. You're absolutely right.
God, the toilet paper was like gold for a while there, I think.
Yeah, it was.
So, okay, so you got some really interesting things. I'm seeing like over both your shoulders. I see a 44 jersey, it looks like, and I think the other one is an 82. So that's got to be Mr. Newsome, I'm guessing. An 82 I see, or is that 32? I'm only seeing
32.
32.
Yeah,
Okay,
here, I'll clarify it. This is the Jim Brown room. So everything in this room is Jim Brown.
Okay, so that's a Syracuse, the 44 jersey then.
No, that's actually, okay, so the seniors got to play in the college all-star game, and they played the previous NFL champions. Yeah, so when Jim Brown graduated, he played in that game. I want to say the Giants, the New York Giants were the previous championship. So they played the Giants. But here's an interesting story. So because Jim Brown was away at camp, for this college game, somebody at camp had already been given number 32. So when he gets to camp, 32 is already taken. So they give him number 45. He played only one game against your Steelers that year, and then I'm sorry, no, that's wrong. They played against the Lions. As a matter of fact, I have it right here, so you should be able to see the picture of him.
Oh yeah, with the 45. It's like he's
him.
Catching a pass in that picture, huh?
Right, and that's the only time he ever wore 45 against the Lions. By the next game, the gentleman that was wearing number 32 got cut. Paul Brown gave it to him. So his first game in 32 was against the Steelers. That's what it was.
Okay, so
here's the cool thing. Here's the cool thing about this. So when Jim Brown comes to my house, the first thing I did, I bring him and his wife.
Wait. Back the train up. Jim Brown came to your house?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you knew that part of the story.
No. Okay, let's start at the beginning here.
Okay, so during COVID, Ford Motor Company and the Hall of Fame, they came up with this plan to find the biggest, the best super fans across the nation. Okay. So somebody sent me an email about the contest, and I looked at it, and they had already had 2 previous year winners. And I looked at them, and they were the people that dress up when they go to the game and the camera is always on them. It was those type of people, which I was like, well, yeah, but I don't really do that. But the person who sent me the email was like, yeah, but you got a whole museum in your house. So with COVID going on, there wasn't nothing else to do, so I entered the contest. So you go back and forth. They want you to send in pictures. They want you to send in videos. So I want to say about 2 months go by, and they call me up and they say, "Hey, listen, we just want to send out a quick team. Quick team of people. They're just going to do a quick interview, a quick video, and they're going to be gone." But they do that so you don't expect anything. Everybody in the house knew Jim Brown was coming except me. I had no clue because I believed what they told me. So the day of the shoot, we're shooting. It was November 16th, 2020. So they come 9 o'clock in the morning. They shoot. They do an interview. 12 o'clock comes. We break for lunch for an hour. We come back at 1. At 1:16 on the 16th of November, somebody knocks at the door. And one of the ladies, she said, "Hey, Raymond, somebody's knocking at your door. Are you expecting somebody?" And I said, "No," but I figured it was just one of her people that got locked out. So I go to the door and I open it, and there's Jim Brown in his Hall of Fame jacket. "Hey, Ray, I want to nominate you for the Ford Hall of Fame." And
wow.
it was, I can't even put it to words.
Let me take a guess. So you probably shook his hand, said, "Hey, excuse me, Mr. Brown, I gotta go change my drawers. I'll be right back."
No, it was even worse. The guy from the Hall of Fame that was with them, he said, "Hey, listen, we're gonna have to shoot that," because I literally just stood there because I couldn't believe it. Just felt like, no, this isn't real. And I didn't say a word. There was no reaction. So they said, "Hey, listen, we're gonna have to shoot this over again. And Ray, we're gonna need more excitement out of you." So we shot it. But while we're doing all this, out of the corner of my eye, I seen that he was with his wife. So I invited him in. So when they came in, I brought them straight back to the Jim Brown room. So just like I was explaining to you, the number 45, the number 44, what I was telling his wife was, most people don't know that in Jim Brown's rookie year, he wore 4 different numbers. And she was like, "Really?" And then he looked at me, he was like, "I don't even remember that." So it was the coolest. Me, Jim Brown, and his wife were in this room for 20 minutes, and they kept on rushing them, and she kept on saying, "Just wait a minute, just wait a minute." So it was really cool. I got to show her the number 45 jersey, the number 44. There's a number 6 jersey that you can't see down here.
I see the number 6, the red jersey there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, see, he wore number 6 at the Pro Bowl, because again, somebody else had number 32, so the only number that was available was number 6. So those are the 4 numbers that he wore his rookie year.
God, if they only knew then what that number would mean. I mean, that number 32, it belongs to him.
Right, exactly. Exactly. But he was a rookie, so you know how rookies got to. But I want to say after that year, he wore 32 every year after that.
Wow, that's an incredible story to have the man at your house, a legend, and in the Jim Brown room. Man, you had a Jim Brown room already. He had to be quite honored.
But this is even more incredible, Darren. I didn't set up this room. I set this room up 3 weeks before he came, not knowing that he was coming, because I was looking at my stuff and it's like, okay, they're going to come, and I was like, oh man, I don't want the Jim Brown stuff to be overlooked. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll give it its own room. And
I mean, that's incredible, because think about it. The man hadn't played for like 50 years at that point.
Right.
And he probably came in and said, "Oh my gosh, this guy's got like a shrine to me." He's probably pretty honored, I'll bet.
Well, I'll send you the tape of what he said afterwards, which I get chills every time I listen to it.
Okay, yeah, please do that. That's incredible. That's a great story.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've ever heard of that. A legend coming to your house, and that's
Darren, to be honest with you, I thought that's why you wanted me to come on the show, so I could tell that, because everybody wants to hear that story.
No, I thought you were just telling me about some artifact. And that's a great story. That's blown me away here. I don't know what to say. That's awesome. All right, so okay, so you got. So you have the 6, the 32, and the 44 that he wore that season, the All-Star game number,
and the 45,
and the 40. You have the 45 jersey too.
Well, it's not the jersey, but
you have a 45 jersey. Okay, I gotcha.
A 45 jersey.
Okay,
yeah.
I couldn't see. That was out of the picture for it. Okay, wow, that is really neat. Very impressive.
Thank you.
Okay, so, So I take it is that his signature on the 44 I'm seeing? I see some writing on the.
Oh yeah. All of them, the 45, 44, 32, and 6, all of them are autographed.
So while he was there at your house, he signed them, or he had signed them previously?
Just previous
You bought them through auctions or something. Yeah, that's
they were cart shows. Yeah,
wow,
cart shows with signings. Now what he did, they brought a number 32 jersey that he signed for me, and he signed. I have a sideline, a game used sideline jacket. He signed that for me too while he was here.
Wow, that's cool.
But you know, I'm telling you, they probably knew. Or let me say this: had I known that he was coming, oh man, I'd have had 50 things stacked up waiting.
Okay, now here's a question: do you have more Jim Brown memorabilia than Jim Brown has?
Well, to my understanding, he doesn't collect anything.
Really?
Yeah,
he doesn't have any of his old stuff, just like in the closet or something. From
everything. As many times as I've seen him, and I've seen him quite a few times, he said no. He matter of fact, he even said, "I wish I had held on to some of my stuff."
Wow, that's amazing, Ray. Wow. Hey, I wasn't ready for that story. That's great. That's great stuff. Okay, wow. Oh, I don't know where to go from here. That's the chills.
Oh, we got plenty of time.
Okay.
The thing is, you know, the cool thing about collecting historical stuff is there's always that next nugget right around the corner. I mean, just because, you know, I guess in collecting terms, they call it, you know, looking for the white whale.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, okay, but when you catch the white whale, now what?
Yeah,
you're looking for the next Moby Dick.
I think you've got Moby Dick, Shamu, and every other whale. I think you got them already. Wow. So okay, well, you said right around the next corner. Let's take us around the next corner. What's another piece that you've got? It's got a great story to it.
Probably. Let's see. I got a Oh well. Okay, so I have a Sports Illustrated. Would you like me to show you while I'm talking?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. If you can.
Okay.
That's fine.
Oh yeah. This is.
I don't want you to go to any big trouble.
Oh no. This is easy. So as you can see, that's a blown, oversized. That's his first Sports Illustrated cover from 1960.
Yeah, that's old school Sports Illustrated, different font and everything for the words of Sports Illustrated too. Wow.
Yeah. Great. So there was a show. Actually, it was a locker room. It was a locker room. One of those during preseason, or you know, they basically have these different events that kind of hype people up and everything. And I got him to sign that, and he signed it in black, so you can't really see it. And once I got it home, I was like, oh man, I can't even see that. So I had to go back. Well, not that day, but the next time he did a show, and I showed it to him, and I said, yeah, it didn't. He said, he actually remembered. He said, well, you know, when I was signing that in black, I was like, I probably should have signed it down there in the white. But long story short, I got him to sign it with a silver pen, and it came out really well.
So you got a piece that has two of his signatures at two different times on it.
Right.
That's cool. That is cool.
Right. Wow. And then,
so what year? What year is that from? Is that from like the mid '60s? I'm taking it. Is that
what that cover?
The Sports Illustrated.
The date of it is September 26, 1960.
1960. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Really early.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. So no. I mean, this to go to do a Jim Brown signing, and it's just maybe you and a couple guys, and he's telling these stories, and he's going on, man. It's like I can't even describe it, what it's like, because it's like when you have a hero growing up, and I know a lot of people, and you hear the story all the time. Oh man, I was so disappointed when I finally met my hero. Man, hey, Jim Brown did not disappoint. I mean, I can't speak for other people, but hey, every time I've seen him, he's always got a smile. He's always got a laugh. Yeah, I mean, so what I want to know is, and this is something I want to put this out there. I want to know is, who was the individual that decided let's have Jim Brown go to his house? because I look at all the other people, Hall of Fame fans. And yeah, he had Barry Sanders, or he had Terry Bradshaw, but they all came back and said, "Man, I had Terry Bradshaw, but man, you had Jim Brown. How did you pull that off?" I don't even know how I put it off. So I would really like to know who was my guarded angel who made that decision.
Yeah, I think it goes beyond the angel. I think that's heaven sent right there. That's
absolutely. I
mean, you can't ask for your name in football history that's still with us than Jim Brown. He's right. Probably the pinnacle of legends.
Well, my whole thing was with that contest. I got to go to the Super Bowl as well too. It was Tom Brady's last win when they beat the Chiefs. Okay. But after Jim Brown came to our house, I was like, well, I already won. I mean, what else could they possibly give me that's going to tie? I mean, I'm like, okay, so the contest must be over because I just got the grand prize. I mean, how do you top that?
I don't know, man.
Exactly. So no, but this, I guess this was the icing on the cake. I woke up the next morning and I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. I bet you my cameras caught all of that, because I had to put up cameras because I was a caregiver for my mom. Sure enough, the outside camera caught him walking up to the thing, and his wife stops him and she puts his mask on, and then he knocking on the door, then it catches him. So so I got it twice. I got it the shots that they shot with their cameras, and then my house cameras picked up everything.
So you probably got an hour's worth of film on Jim Brown at all different angles at your home.
Oh man,
that is really cool.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay. Wow. I still can't get over it. That's give me the chills there. Okay, so you got a video going on in the background underneath the 32 jersey. Tell us a little bit about what that video is about.
So this particular video right here, that's so every year they put out highlight reels for your team. So I started collecting them, and then next thing I knew, I had every highlight reel from their inception, which was 1946, all the way up until they left in 95. Wow. And then I think I have a couple after they came back, but I definitely have all the highlight. So this one right here is the 64 championship season.
Wow, incredible. Jeez, that's really neat. Okay, now you said you collect bobbleheads, and I believe that's what you said. You said Cleveland Browns bobbleheads. How many are in your collection of bobbleheads? You have a count on them, or is it like the stars of the sky? You can't put a number on it.
Exactly. I mean, well, hey, I've been showing you everything else. I might as well take you.
We're like Jim.
I might as well take you. No, it's a lot of them. It is literally a lot of them, and so first of all, you got. Hold on. You have all the 3-footers. So hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm just getting us a little more light in here. There. Okay, so if you can see behind, oh no, that's the 10. Okay, so that's a 10-foot custom guitar.
Tell me about that. I see Cleveland Browns wrote on a guitar thing.
Well, okay. So have you ever gone to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I've been outside of it, but I've not been inside.
Okay, so at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you'll see all these 10-foot guitars, and one to be the Beatles, and that have all their pictures on it and everything. Another one might be like the Rolling Stones. So you'll see all these guitars. So I was like, man, if I could ever find one of these, I'd like to have it done in Cleveland Browns, and that's pretty much what I did with that.
Very cool. One. Yeah. Okay. I see the pictures on it. Okay. Nice.
But then, if you can see all of these are all 3-foot bobbleheads.
Wow. My goodness.
But now here goes the other ones. So you have these down here.
I didn't realize they made so many different sizes of bobbleheads. Holy smokes.
Oh my gosh. Like I said, once you go down that rabbit hole, I
don't think you can call that a rabbit hole anymore. That's like an elephant hole or something. That's a big hole. You're to haul all that stuff in. Wow. Holy smokes, Ray. Yeah, you
Right.
got the bug bad. You got it bad.
Real bad. Like extremely bad. So right behind me, this is where my the three 6-footers were before I took them up to Rochester.
Okay,
But they're
you were
gone
telling us
now.
you were telling us before we came on the air. Once you so the listeners didn't get to hear. Tell us a little bit about these 6-footers that you just recently obtained.
So yeah, the Browns bought four. It was Bernie Kosar, Luke Rosa, Otto Graham, and Joe Thomas. And people would come to training camp or come to the game, and they would take pictures with them, and that whole kind of thing. Well, the problem though, the heads were so big that they came down on the shoulders, and the shoulders were just mangled and tore apart. So they decided to get rid of them, and they had a locker room sale at Cleveland Stadium, and the sale started at 5 o'clock in the evening. First come, first serve, cash only. So to ensure that I could get, or at least had a chance at them, I got there about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I sat at the stadium from 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 that evening. And
Holy
here's the
goodness.
crazy part: I was there from 8. I don't think nobody else even showed up till like 2:30.
Really?
So I was there all that time, but I was the first in line, so I ended up getting them.
Wow, that's some dedication, my friend. That's
Yeah, it is.
oh
Yeah, it
wow.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
you deserve the super fan award and go to the Super Bowl and have a Mr. Brown at your house. That's for sure. Absolutely
So, so
amazing.
Joe Thomas is going in this year.
Yes.
So this is my Joe Thomas. This is my Joe Thomas case. Now,
Wow.
that jersey that you see there,
Mm-hmm.
that's the jersey that he broke the Pro Bowl record. I believe it was 10 straight Pro Bowls. I believe that was the record. So that's that. Now that's not the game jersey. That was the backup jersey. So it is a game jersey, but his actual game jersey is in the Hall of Fame along with the pants.
Okay, so let me ask a question about that. And I don't think I've ever seen this before. Above his name Thomas, there looks like there's some stars above it. Is that for the amount of Pro Bowls he was in? Is that what those represent, or is that what those are? Those little white things above it?
I just noticed. I mean, I noticed them, but I never paid attention to them. But no, it's only 8 stars. So yeah, I don't know what that's for.
I don't think I've ever seen stars above a nameplate like that I remember. So that's
Right.
got to be something significant, I would imagine. Very cool.
Right.
Very
So
cool.
yeah, no, it's fun finding pieces like that.
I'll bet.
And yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. And maybe
Okay.
you've already showed it to us, but okay, somebody comes from another planet or another country. They don't know anything about football, and you only have the opportunity to show them one piece of your collection, your prized possession in your collection. What are you going to pull out and show them?
One piece?
You only got one piece. You only got you got this one opportunity to show them. This is the epitome of being a Cleveland Browns fan. This is what I have in my collection. Here.
Well, though I'm only saying it because it's right here. Although I mean it's a very nice piece.
I know it's like your children. You can't show favoritism on any of them, but know you got to have that one piece. Ooh.
Okay, can you see that picture?
Yeah, that looks very interesting.
Okay, so supposedly Kodak took this picture during the '64 championship game.
Okay.
And they blew it up and they mounted it on what is that, particle board or whatever you want to call it, and they presented it to then owner Art Modell. This supposedly hung in his office until he got out of there, or they moved in '95. So when I got it, it didn't have any signatures on it, and I ended up getting pretty much the whole '64 championship team to sign it. And the cool signing piece at the top up here is Gary Collins, who was the championship MVP, and he drew on there the play that he scored the three touchdowns with.
Wow. Jeez, yeah, I thought that looked like a plague diagram when you were showing from far away. When after you got close, wow, that is really cool. Okay, I'm really impressed now. That is a great piece to show somebody that's never seen it. That definitely says you're serious on your collection. Not that anything else doesn't, but that's really cool. That's a one of, I'm sure.
Right. Well, see, and I start to show you. See, that's the thing. I start to show you this piece, which is actually this is probably okay. So that right there is the cover. That's the cover of a '64 championship program.
Okay.
So when I first looked at it, and I got this off of eBay, when I first looked at it, I was like, wait a minute, is that what I think it is? Because it just said Cleveland Brown poster, but what that is that's an uncut sheet of the '64 championship program. So what I did is I had the whole '64 team sign it.
Oh, okay, so you got they got like a car ad there and a beverage ad,
Right.
and
So yeah, that's
they cut them up and they
cover. That's the back cover, and if you flip it around, you'll see two more. There's two more covers on there as well.
Wow, that is really neat. Huh. Yeah, that's cool too. Jeez. So you got okay. So you have a Jim Brown room. What room are we in right now?
My living room.
Living room. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, I thought maybe you had another name. You know, the Joe Thomas room or something. Or the autogram room.
No. This is just the living room, and I mean it's filled up, but yeah, this was the living room.
Wow, very very cool. A place that a football fan would definitely want to live in. That's for sure. In your living room. That's really neat stuff. All right, so okay, so we know who your favorite player is, Jim Brown. I'm assuming because you're naming a room after him, and you got the memorabilia you have on that man. That's a great thing. So who are some of the other players besides Joe Thomas and Jim Brown that you know are just like as soon as you see this dude play, you said this guy's special. He's gonna.
Oh, without a doubt, Bernie. You got to go with Bernie. He's a Youngstown guy. One that he worked the system to ensure that he got drafted by the Browns. So, yeah, got to be Bernie.
Okay. Be. What's your favorite Bernie Kosar moment from his playing days?
Oh man.
I know I'm throwing you on the spot here, but
no. There's a lot of them. And you'll appreciate this.
Okay.
Brown Steelers. Game is in overtime.
Okay.
Webster Slaughter, he pump fakes it to Webster, and whoever the DB was went for it, and Webster kept on running, and Bernie hit him with a perfect bomb in the end zone touchdown. It ended the game.
Yeah, that darn Webster Slaughter, man, he was a Steeler killer.
Yeah, he was.
He had some games against the Steelers. Oh, they all did. Kosar, yeah, I agree with you. I think Kosar in my time, Brian Sipe had some really good years, with them, but I think Bernie Kosar was really special for them. They haven't had a quarterback that good since, I don't think.
No.
He was talented.
Right. And I have this piece right here. This is one of my favorite. It's a jersey, and it's signed by 5 of the greatest Cleveland Brown players of all time.
Yeah, I'm seeing. Okay, autogram. I see on
Otto,
there.
Jim Brown, Bernie, Brian Sipe, Joe Thomas. So
wow.
After I got it signed, I had all of their pictures painted on there. So those pictures are actually painted on there.
They're hand painted. Wow, that is really neat. Man, you are very creative too with the.
Oh no! I didn't paint. I didn't do the painting.
Well, I mean, even having the idea to have them painted on there, that's brilliant. That's really cool. So, very cool. So you got some great items there. Now, is there anything that you have like a great story of? You've had some great stories of how you've obtained some of these things, but do you have any? What's sort of that great holy grail chase that you've had? A great story of getting a piece that you wanted. I know you got to have some of those in your pocket.
Oh, absolutely. Probably one of one of the best holy grails that I have. Man, it took me close to 25 years to find one of these, because there was a coffee, that one right there.
Mm-hmm.
There was a coffee in 1963. It was called U-Ban. I don't know if you remember that, but it was called U-Ban coffee. The only this is like on a canvas, so it's not. Okay. It's a really nice print. It's a really nice print on canvas.
So it's a really nice piece of art then.
Yeah, I got him to sign it right there in the sweet spot. So the only way you could get those, you had to send in, I want to say, 10 coffee labels. It was strictly a mail-in, and so there wasn't a whole lot of them. And then, but the problem was, every time I seen one, it was over a couple $1,000. So it was, yeah. So when I finally found that one, it was at a very reasonable price. And I snatched it up real quick.
I'll bet. Wow, 25-year journey to get that that piece that you wanted. Wow.
That's the game right there.
Okay.
That's the first game that he wore number 32 against the Steelers.
Okay. Very cool.
His rookie year. And then I just recently got this, which is cool, I don't know if you could see this, but that's when he was at the All-Star game wearing number 44.
Okay, yeah. Now you know the story of the Syracuse 44, right? You know how.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, that was the feature back there. Who do you have? You had Jim Brown, Ernie Davis,
Floyd Little, Larry Zonka.
Little. Yeah, Zonka. Yeah, that 44 was a special number. I think Mr. Brown was the first one to have that number. Wasn't he the first?
Well, I think he was the first one who actually did something with the number.
Okay, that's what I was looking for.
And then after him, it was kind of like
yeah,
okay. And then Ernie Davis wore it and won the Heisman. So yeah.
Yeah, you had that like 20-year stretch where people were saying, "Hey, what kind of water are they drinking up there? They got these backs coming out of there. They're running through everybody." That's
right. Exactly.
Some great stuff. Well, Ray, I'll tell you what, you have taken myself and the listeners on quite the journey here. You've got a great collection. You're a great passionate fan and have some great stories. And man, we really appreciate you coming on and sharing these items with us. So we're gonna have to have you on again and talk about some more, because this is like tremendous. And,
yeah, I got 3 other rooms that I didn't even take you into.
Okay, we're gonna make another visit to you here one of these days soon, because yeah, you are a treasure trove, and we really appreciate it. But we're running out of time here a little bit, and for this session, but we'll get back with you again real soon on this. So
absolutely. Hey, I'm a phone call away.
Okay, man. So appreciate your time here, Ray, and like to have you on again.
Okay, buddy.
We're taking a peek over at the chains and the down marker. It's 4th and long. We're going to have to punt the ball and get on out of here, but we'll have another series tomorrow for your football history headlines, so be sure to tune in. We invite you to check out our website, pigskindispatch.com, not only to see the daily football history, but to experience positive football with our many articles on the good people of the game, as well as our own football comic strip, Cleat Marks Comics. Pigskindispatch.com is also on social media outlets, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget the Pigskin Dispatch YouTube channel to get all of your positive football news and history. Special thanks to the talents of Mike and Gene Monroe, as well as Jason Neff for letting us use their music during our podcast. PigskinDispatch.com is a proud affiliate of the Sports History Network, the headquarters of sports yesteryear.